Is our boat docked yet, or are we still not quite? Oop. I think that has vision turned on. You might want to disable vision for this map. If you go into the map settings, under lighting, there's a token vision check mark. You should have that not checked, probably, unless we're using tokens on this map. Hey, now we can see. Finally. Well, I imagine we should find lodgings first thing. Isn't there some sort of festival happening soon, or the like? Then we should probably find lodgings before they become unavailable because there are too many people taking them. Then ask someone. Well, you were on the same ship, so I see no reason you couldn't be. The brass crab? No clue. That's why we need to ask someone. Nice. We're off to a good start. Yes, yes, he does. Yes, yes, you have. Emilia's just walking away. Emilia already is, yeah. She just went ahead of them a while ago. Yep. I'll make my way to, I guess, the bar. Is there a bartender there at all? Someone to talk to? I'll try and catch his attention. Ah, excellent. This is the right place then. Um, Dame Becklin said that I might find accommodations here. That's right. Really? My name is Emilia. Kurold? It might be under Broadblade. It's Kurold. Yes. Aryk and I are traveling together. Thank you. I'm sure he'll be along eventually. He's gawking at the sights. Indeed. Thank you. I'll just be in my room.
Mercenary camp outside of town, though.
I try to pull out the little letter to take a gander at it, make sure I know where we're going. And I look up, I pull it away from me, I squint my eyes a little bit, and I go, brass crab. I look up, kind of look around a little bit. Oh, cats. There's a giant crab over there. That's where we gotta go.
You're not on the docks, though.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're not near. Yeah, you and sorry if the introduction wasn't clear. You and Rads are outside of town in a mercenary camp. You're on the opposite side of town. So you're up here. Sorry if that was unclear in the introduction. You're outside of town. You're actually not technically on the map. The other three are down on the wharf. You're in a camp that's outside of the walls, which leads me into this introduction. A well-ordered military camp spreads across the meadow, its canvas tents arranged in precise rows around a central fire pit. Unlike the festive decorations brightening Vogler below, this place is all business, functional and austere. The sounds of clashing steel and barked commands drift from a practice grounds where soldiers drill in formation. Weathered mercenaries move about in professional efficiency between the tents, their gear well maintained and their bearing disciplined. Despite their martial appearance, there's an air of respectful restraint about them. These aren't raiders or cutthroats, but soldiers with a code. At the camp's heart stands a sturdy pavilion where a dwarf woman with iron-gray braids gestures animatedly at her officers. Even from a distance, her authority is unmistakable. This is clearly someone used to being obeyed without question. The road towards Vogler does remain clear.
Well, cats, not much longer until we're in Vogler.
Rather not hang around here too much longer.
There's a bit more of a walk and we'll be in. I do know where our accommodations are for the night, and it says here that there's a Beck, he squints, look at the paper a little bit, a Knight of the Crown that may or may not be there, so maybe we can give him the heads up of what happened on the road.
Yeah, I'll take your word for it. I don't read too well, so...
You and me both.
Either way.
We'll just pass on through to the gates.
Yeah, as you go through the camp, you notice there is a very large... And that's saying something because you are both rather large men. There's a very large half-ogre in the camp, sitting and still taller than both of you, and eating some stew around the fire.
That's a big one.
Oh, can't say I've seen many of them around these parts. Well...
How big's the stew pot?
It's fairly big. It's like you could probably fit a dwarf in there.
Oi, you got any extra?
The ogre looks over, just not. They're not even. You realize they're not even using a spoon. They're just piling the soup in their giant fist and slamming it into their mouth. They look over with the soup just spilling down their chin. Huh? What? Oh, another one of them milk drinkers in town for the festival, huh? Yeah, we got some soup if you can earn it.
Don't know what you mean by that, but it's not too expensive.
And he, let me get a look at you. And he stands up, and he is even larger than before, if that's possible. Just a mountain of muscle towering over you. Let's see. Leans over to look at you, squinting a bit. Nice axe. I like that. Come on over, have a bowl. Name's Dragonis.
Pleasure. I'm Kadz. This is Doom.
Doom? Just don't let the boss know that I'm giving out the food, huh? Cudgel's a bit of a tight fist.
My lips are sealed. What do you do for work?
Mercenaries.
Suppose that makes sense. He'll look around the mercenary camp.
We're the Iron Smile Regiment. Well, Ironclad Regiment. Our boss is Cudgel Iron Smile. She's the reason we're here. Some friend of hers kicked off.
Wouldn't happen to be, old Ispin, would it?
That's the one. Used to adventure around with him, apparently. And as he's talking, he's handing you 2 rather large bowls, one for each of you. Notably, not spoons, but he ladles some soup into your bowls. Seeing your distress, though, another thinner, much smaller man comes over. And he's like, Dragonis, you can't just... Not everybody... Nobody eats with their hands. Are you... why are you in charge? And I'm not sorry, guy. Rats just starts eating with his hand. Oh, great! Another one just like you. But he gets a spoon and hands it to you, Thum, if you want one.
Sure.
I'm Jayev Veldrus. You guys travelers?
Yes, sir. We're in the town for Ispin's memorial.
Oh, sad to hear about it. Old Ispin was a great storyteller, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm. I imagine y'all are here for just a spell, just for the memorial, or you're doing work here as well.
Oh no, we're here for the memorial. Our boss used to pal around with Ispin. He used to hang out with us sometimes too. Now we're here for the reenactment during the festival. The big end shows. Gonna have a reenactment of some fight they used to do. I don't know the specifics about it. I ain't no historian. We're gonna play one side. Villagers are gonna play the other. We're gonna clash together with some padded weapons. They don't let us use steel. Can you believe that? As if we're gonna whack a few villagers. We're professionals. Anyways, it's gonna be a big thing. Everybody's gonna be watching. It'll be all lots of fun. You guys will probably be watching in the stands.
Does sound like
Better than boss.
And after that, we're heading out. Well, we don't got no new job yet, but if you're looking for work, you always could use some good soldiers if you can pass muster.
Be happy to keep an ear out.
Big fellas like you shouldn't be too hard.
I don't suppose they're still letting visitors pass through the gate tonight, are they?
Griganis and Jayev look at each other and then just burst out laughing. I don't think they could close that gate if they even tried. That thing's been dug into the dirt for decades. This is the least defensible town I ever saw. Nah, you guys can pass on through.
Him just nods, takes a few spoonfuls of the stew.
Kadz will just finish shoveling the stew in his mouth and then toss the bowl back to the half-ogre and say, "Thanks for the food. I don't know about you, Thune, but I'm ready to hit the road."
I'm glad to see somebody else appreciate it the right way. And he just resumes shoveling soup into his mouth with his hands. When he sits back down on the ground, there is a just notable thump as the ground sort of shakes a bit.
I hand my bowl over to the more average-sized man and thank him for the meal. We should probably get going. We got some accommodations waiting for us in town. We appreciate the hospitality.
Nice. You guys get loaded up in a nice soft bed while we're out here in the tents. I'm envious of you.
Well, wishing you all the best. Oh, Thune's gonna sort of get his mule turned around, sort of glumps at him a little bit, not really wanting to keep moving. Tries to usher it towards the gate.
I think Kadz will just head straight for he'll just follow Thune. He's the only one that knows where to go.
Yeah, it's just down the road. It's not like it would be difficult to get lost, honestly. It's a weathered wooden archway that rises 15 feet above the northern road. It's framed, carved with a pair of leaping fish that seem frozen in mid-jump. Countless tiny prayers have been etched into the scaled surface over the years, each coin-sized marking a fisher's hope for a good catch or a safe return. The massive wooden doors that once could seal the entrance now stand permanently open, their lower edges buried under years of accumulated earth and debris. Wildflowers and grass have grown up around the hinges, nature quietly reclaiming what was once a barrier. Now the gate serves more as a welcoming threshold than a fortification. The wood itself has taken on a silver-gray patina from years of river mist and weather, making the carved fish seem almost alive in the shifting light. So you guys are here. Off to your right, up on the cliff, rises a fortress. And then there's a small garden area before leading into the town proper.
I'm going to show
Mercenaries weren't kidding.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, he was just going to say, those mercenaries weren't kidding. Might want to let the folks know we've got some scaly fuckers hanging around here. Might want to close that gate.
Yeah. Hopefully this Becklin fella will be able to do something about it. Anyways, Theme sort of point in the direction of where he thinks the brass crab is. I think we go that way.
Alright.
Get on over.
Yeah, okay. What has happened to Aryk and Mackerel from the wharf to the brass crab?
He would be oohing and awing and pointing out the decorations for the Kingfisher Festival.
Mark would be intensely listening to him. That is pretty.
Yeah, it looks like they got a booth set up over there. Wow.
Booth?
Yeah, you know, with like a little... I don't know if that's going to be food or games or something, but... Neat.
Huh. When does this happen?
At some point. At some point.
What happened to the red-haired girl?
Oh, she does her own thing. You know, it's just best if you don't include her. She's just gonna get mad at you and then say really passive-aggressive things and make you feel bad. I don't even really know her. We're just kind of walking in the same direction, you know, like we two are right now.
Uh-huh. Maybe we should get our rooms.
That sounds smart, yeah.
I want to know where I sleep. Or if I have somewhere to sleep.
And we'll enter a brass crab.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And Rune are also going.
I'd like to see if there's a place where I can stable old man mule before we head in.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's see. There is a stable right across from the Ras Crab. Seems fairly small, but they do have a lot of room.
Alrighty, I'll go in and see if they got a spot open for this little thing.
Oh, hello, sir. There's a young lad there, brushing down a horse.
Don't suppose you have a spot for a little mule, do you?
Oh, yes. We do have. Not many people in town have horses, actually, and most people who are coming in come by boat. We have quite a few spaces. It's a silver a day.
Silver a day? Much appreciated. Thum is going to go ahead and give him a silver for now.
Okay. Does your mule have a name, sir?
His name is Emmanuel. We let our son. Yeah.
That's very, very respectable name for a mule, sir. And your name?
You can just call me Rune.
Okay. Emmanuel, we're from Rune. Alrighty. He'll be here anytime you need him, sir.
Much appreciated. Thum's just gonna turn around and immediately skedaddle across the road to the brass crab.
Yeah, with Aryk and Mackerel's despite they're only coming from the wharf, they have taken a circulus route around looking at things, so you all arrive at about the same time.
Just give them the side eye as we walk in. But don't say anything, trying not to judge based on appearances.
Who's the little guy?
Welcome
Me?
to Brass Crab.
Oh, yeah. Hey. Hello. We are here for the Festival Kingfisher funeral stuff.
Festival Kingfisher funeral stuff.
We have a letter from Becklin.
More Becklins. I see, yes. One of you have already arrived and is upstairs already. And she pulls out the list again. Let's see. All right, I'll need some names, please.
Aryk Broadblade.
Aryk.
Yes. Your companion's already upstairs in your room.
Oh. Okay. One room?
Yes. Unless you'd like to buy another.
look in my coin pouch.
Oh,
How
Yeah,
much
the
are
money you
they?
already have is prepaid.
oh,
In fact, all of your rooms have already been paid by Dame Becklin.
Okay.
nice.
Well, I suppose by Ispin, but
From the grave?
yes, he put aside an amount of money for those who are coming to
and-
celebrate his life.
Well, my name is Mackerel.
Macro. Let's see here. Macro. I don't have. Oh, yes, here with feats.
Beats is not going to make it.
Oh, sorry to hear that. Hopefully, he can show up later. Then she pulls out a key and hands it to you. Here's the key to your room.
Thank you.
Oh my, you're both very large. You're all large, except for the red one.
Yes, I couldn't help but overhear that little fellow's room came with a companion. Is that included with Ispin's coverage, or is that extra?
If that's all, I don't want a companion.
What? Oh, no. No, we don't do that here at the Brass Crab.
Oh,
No.
I'm gonna throw up. Oh,
He has a fellow
Just-
traveler that
I-
came in with him.
I just stumble
They were assigned
away.
to the same room because they're... Oh, no, if you want...
Oh.
I-
Are you talking about the
You
right?
hear
So
a
I'll
loud
go-
dry retching across the bar.
If so, I'll go with no feats as well.
She... And your name, sir?
Gods.
Rats. Oh, yes, here you are.
That?
And here's your key. No feats or women involved, yes. Oh my.
All right. Thanks.
And you, my horned fellow.
Doom Doom pulls out the letter, just hands it over.
That-
Here for Ispin Memorial as well.
That's your letter. You can keep that. Here's the key to your room. I assure
Much
you, there's
appreciated.
no extra feet in there either.
Much
uh,
appreciated.
Drink and food is also provided with your rooms.
Yeah, can I have something to wash that down? Preferably really strong alcohol. Get rid of all the
Oh, Mark's playing another drinker.
The bartender fills up a mug and brings it over and sets it down in front of you. Here you go, lad. I seem to have knocked you off your post.
Who? What? Oh, I'm grand. I'm I'm great. Thank you, actually. Just sit at the bar and just drink for a bit.
Good. Don't want to see a little fellow like you get all upset.
Okay. Yeah. Little.
Kadz will just go over to his room and drop his stuff off.
Mm-hmm. They're not extravagant rooms, especially for rats, because some of the other people got double big rooms with 2 beds. You just have a small bed and a end table, a candle to light at night.
Plenty fine.
Yeah, I do the same. Can I even fit in this bed? Or am I gonna have to lay the mattress across the floor or something?
It's your feet will probably hang off the end. but it looks comfortable enough to be worth it.
Put my bags on the end of the bed and see if that might help later on tonight.
As advertised, there's no extra feats anywhere.
No feats at all, actually.
Rest in peace.
Rip.
Kadz will head back down and just
As you're heading
look for a
back
drink as
down,
well.
you'll probably spot Emilia on her way down as well.
hello.
Hi. Can I help you?
He's just gonna keep walking. Nope.
Good. Make her way downstairs. Is Aryk drinking alcohol already? Is that what
Yes.
I overheard?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, he's already drinking. Because he vomited in his mouth.
Yeah. I get the why. She's gonna just walk over and take the drink out of your hand. Really?
Hey,
Already?
I had a long day.
Oh yes, it's so long being on a boat.
Yeah.
Whatever. Get drunk then.
I'm not getting drunk. I have a high tolerance for this stuff.
Do you?
Knights drink all the time.
Do they?
Some. Dad does. Sometimes.
Whoever that is.
Yeah, whoever that is, yeah. Do you want food or something?
No, we should find Dame Becklin.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Do you want me to go with you, or...
No, clearly not.
I just put the cup down. Stand up. Do we know where we're going this time, or?
No clue.
Okay. I go turn around back to the bar again.
I've got it.
Okay. Steps back.
She'll step back up to the bar.
Be heading downstairs to talk to Kadz for a hot minute.
Kadz is actually also probably at the bar at that point, about to ask for an ale and directions, but
Yeah, Emilia will just sidle up right next to you and be like, glare. You're how tall?
6'5".
Like almost a foot taller than her, yeah.
How much for an ale?
Food and drink's been paid through the festival.
Oh, I love this town.
Excellent. They can all get drunk then. Can you direct us to where we might find Dame Becklin?
Dame Becklin. Oh, she'd be up on the keep, wouldn't she? That's Thornwall Keep up on the hill. You can't miss it.
Excellent, thank you.
You're here for a spin too.
Yes. Yes, we are.
Yes, I am. We are.
Hmm.
Very nice. Name's Kadz. How about you?
Aryk Broadblade.
Pleasure.
Emilia.
Pleasure. Sorry about the mix-up earlier.
That's
Aryk.
absolutely. Oh, I see.
What?
Never mind. I'm gonna go find Dame Dame Becklin.
Oh, you heading out for the night?
Room!
Yes. Yes, we
Yeah.
are. Yes.
Suppose you don't mind if I mosey along for a bit.
Of course not.
I appreciate it.
We should probably make sure that Mackerel comes too. He's the guy with the teeth. He's also here for it.
Pleasure to meet you. I'm the guy with the horns.
Macro comes stumbling up. Do you guys know where room B
This way, I'll find it for
1-1
you.
is?
Come on.
or
The
Sorry, I've
second
been
she
looking for
turns
that.
around, I grab the mug again.
Yeah, Mackerel's got a double room as well.
Yep, she will.
It's
she
just
will help Mackerel find his room.
just Rune and Cats
Oh.
that have the singles.
I had the key upside down, so I was reading it wrong. My fault.
That's all right. Happy to help.
Thank you. Okay, now what are we doing? Are we drinking now?
They are getting
Yeah.
drunk. I was gonna go find Dame Becklin.
No reason we can't do both.
The mugs should probably stay here.
Oh,
I don't think
right.
the mugs are complimentary.
He'll down it. Toss
Are
the
you
mug back
going-
on the counter.
Are you coming?
Me?
Yeah, are you?
Yeah. Someone's gotta. Never mind. Yes.
Hello, others. Your name is Rats?
Cats.
That's
Hmm.
what I said, Rats.
No, like
Some people call me that.
like cats, like the pets.
Sure.
What is this pet?
You don't know what a cat
They
is.
No. I'm afraid not. A cat?
Little ears.
tail.
They say meow.
Like an otter?
This is crushing. We might see one in the streets.
Okay.
If I see one, I'll point it out to you.
Okay. Well, welcome, kitty cats.
Thanks.
And Tomb?
Loon.
Room.
Yeah. That's good.
Oh, you're like me. I have horns coming out at the bottom of my face. You have them coming out the top.
Hmm You're from far off, aren't you, son?
No, I'm right here. I'm not far away.
Oh,
You're right there, right?
Yep, that I am.
Right.
We should probably head to the keep here soon enough, though.
I'm going to the keep now.
Keep what?
Keep up.
Roman.
I'm trying. I'm pretty quick for a blubbery.
so you
Alright.
all set out towards the keep,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Indeed.
and it is easy to see. It is the hill rises up above the rest of the town. as you're going along. Most of the houses are fairly simple fare, but there's one house here that, as you pass by on the road, catches your eye. It's a horseshoe-shaped home that sits smugly amongst Vogler's more modest dwellings. Its owner having clearly spent considerable coin trying to make it appear grander than it actually is. It has fresh paint compared to the other dwellings, ornate shutters, and an unnecessarily elaborate front door that all scream of someone desperate to impress. Though the house remains only marginally larger than its neighbors. And it's a fairly simple climb up the hill to the keep. The crumbling stone keep crowns a rocky hill at Vogler's western edge, the weathered walls telling stories of battles long past. What remains of the outer fortifications creates a jagged crown around the central tower, which still stands 3 stories tall despite the years. At the tower's peak, something decidedly unancient catches your eye, an elaborate contraption of gears, springs, and polished metal that looks like something designed by someone with far too much imagination. The device gleams incongruously amongst the ancient stone, clearly the product of minds that have never met an engineering problem they couldn't overcomplicate.
Bit much, isn't it?
What in the world? Can't say I recall seeing something like that before.
Me either. I'm not sure.
And the keep is clearly seen better times, probably pre-cataclysm. Most of the outer wall is destroyed. But there is a door on the tower.
So, do we knock here?
Oh,
Kadz will bang on the door.
The sound echoes. Echoing after it are the sound of metallic footsteps, loud, and eventually the door widens, opening to reveal a knight in full Solamnic armor. Yes, can I help you? Ah! Aryk. Emilia. She steps out and salutes you, Aryk.
I salute her back, if I'm allowed to.
Amelia,
And
twitches like she wants to salute and then doesn't.
she smiles at that, clearly having noticed it, and gives you as well a salute.
It's good to see you, Dame Becklin.
I'm glad you could make it. It was your father not coming?
He sent us in his stead.
Couldn't get away from work, huh?
Never can.
I wish they'd give me more to do than... Well, that's neither here nor there. I'm happy enough in my retirement, watching over this town. Please, come in. Who are your friends?
This
well... Yep.
Oh, you go right ahead.
I'm Kadz. Nice to meet you.
I was expecting you. It's been told me a lot about you.
Oh, I'm sure he has.
Well, you know him. You
We
would
appreciate
be
the
room,
lodging.
Oh,
We
don't thank
appreciate-
me. Sorry, go. you go, Dalton.
I apologize. We appreciate the food and lodging for the festival.
Oh, certainly. That's not my doing. That would be Ispin's. He swirled away enough money to pay for a heck of a party. You must be Mackerel.
huh? Yeah, that's me. All right.
His feet of the brass crab.
He's on a crab in the middle of the ocean.
Oh my.
Yeah, he's not gonna make it.
Well, that sounds like a tale worthy of Ispin.
Yeah.
Well, beside that, I'm glad that all of you could make it. I'm sure Ispin would be as well. What can I do for you?
Well, I at least just wanted to know what the schedule is like. Yeah.
Oh, of course. That would make sense. And she taps within. Well, you arrived just in time. Well, not too late. Tomorrow evening will be the wake, and the funeral will be starting at the dock, and then ending at the Brass Crab. And then at the end of the week, right before the weekend, Bakakro, the Friday equivalent, is when the festival starts.
Oh, so we have a few days then.
Yes.
Today and
well,
tomorrow, I
the
suppose.
funerals. Yes. You have all of tomorrow during the day. We don't start until the sun is nearing its set. And then you're, of course, welcome to stay for the festival. It's quite a fun time.
Maybe.
I have 2 days of festivities and then a reenactment battle over at High Hill. Got a whole troop of mercenaries in with Cudgel just for the whole experience. It's going to be a heck of a reenactment. I wish I was young enough to participate myself. I'd knock some heads.
I heard she
Who's
also
outside the
knew
mercenary group.
Oh, you go ahead, Kadz.
Well, I was just going to ask if it's closed off to the mercenaries, or if younger folks could participate.
Oh, yeah, certainly. You're all welcome to participate if you'd like. In fact, well, I was going to talk to you about this after the funeral, but Ispin would have liked someone to participate in his stead, even at his age, and he was older than I am. He was out there every year, bashing people with that green shield of his.
Perfect. Sorry, Brune, what were you saying?
Oh, I was just going to say, I heard that the leader of the mercenaries also had a connection with Ispin.
Oh, yes, Cudgel. She's a dear friend of mine. Ispin, myself, and Cudgel were an adventuring group. We went around for quite a many years in our younger days. Well, my younger days, and Ispin's. Cudgel hasn't really seemed to age any, being a dwarf.
Cudgel's leading a mercenary
One.
group.
What was that? Sorry.
Cudgel is leading a mercenary group now.
Yes, the Ironclad Regiment.
Huh.
She got bored of retirement.
That sounds about right.
I wish I had the lifespan of a dwarf or an elf to be able to do the same. I'm bored of retirement, but they won't let me out of the city. Something about creaking bones and aching backs. It's hard enough just wearing the armor some days, but that's the measure. And I won't at all drop my duty, even if I am retired. But after our group broke up, Cudgel settled down, got herself a husband, or two, maybe three, and I went back to the Knights, had a nice career there. Ispin just, well, you all know Ispin never stopped moving. He kept going without us, and had even grander adventures if you listen to him tell it.
I
Couldn't stop moving
got
that
to
man.
walk through cow shit with me. Grind.
Speaking of which, you think they're gonna meet the rest of Ispin's group anytime soon during this festival?
That would be it. Just myself, Cudgel, and Dispin.
Let's see here. I'm gonna dig through what I got on me, which is to say, it's like a little messy at this point, but I produce a little tin with some sheets covering it. Well, I intended this to be for Ispin's group. I figured now's the best time ever to hand it over, but the missus here made an apple and honey pie. Might be a bit old at this point, but heat it up and enjoy.
Oh, delightful. Ispin often talked about your wife's apple and honey pies. So I will look forward to this, and I'll make sure to share it with Cudgel.
Pleasure. Katz, we should probably tell her about what we saw on the road as well.
Oh, right. Some lizard bastards out on the road killed some knights or something.
Lizard bastards?
Lizard bastards.
Dragon folk.
There's no
Dragon?
dragon folk.
There were certainly some kind of scaly folk. The odd thing is when we managed to fight off most of them, the ones that were slain, they turned to stone right then and there.
Right annoying.
I don't mean to doubt you, gentlemen, but that is a tale worthy of Ispin.
Well, unfortunately, the knights that were there, I couldn't catch all their names. One was Tom, if I remember correctly. I believe they're still there, if you need to send someone out to, I guess, gather.
Tom. A knight named Tom?
I'm not sure if they were knights specifically, but they seem to be on a more official business.
Let me check my rolls. And she turns and opens a large armoire and takes out a very large book and brings it over to the table and slams it down. Dust going up into the air as she flips through it, pulling her finger down the line, reading names and assignments. Tom. I have a Tom Brightwater assigned as a squire to a Dame Elandra Uthkanen.
Right, yeah.
I think that's
Young
true.
lad.
They were killed?
Yes.
Aye.
And these
That's not good.
It sounds so unlikely. Are you sure you haven't had too much to drink already?
not
Only
quite
had one
yet.
ale.
She strikes out the names in her ledger and then writes something on a paper, slipping it into where those names are before closing the book. I'll get on that, thank you. Distressing news. Especially these strange dragon people said, are you sure they weren't lizard folk?
Scaly wings. Turned to
Wings?
stone. Oh, one of them, at least.
I've never heard of a lizard folk with wings before. Hopefully an isolated incident. We've been hearing stirrings of trouble from the east, but nothing about dragon men. Oh dear.
Well, it was a small group.
Do you happen to know what they were doing?
Yeah,
Besides
they were
the
killing
military.
knights.
Yeah.
We kind of just happened on them by chance. They're pretty close to the farm that I live. My neighbor alerted me what was going on, and Kadz and I rushed down to see them fighting with the knights. We tried to jump in, but unfortunately we couldn't quite save any of the knights.
I'll have to send a message to Calaman. They'll send someone out to verify your stories and to recover the bodies.
Right. Well, so I'd put a down note on things, just
No.
yeah.
I appreciate being told. That's
Would
two
hate
good
for the
knights and a promising squire that lost their lives. Well,
hate for their sacrifice to go in vain.
indeed. Well, let's not let that cast a pall over the whole thing. We don't want this to be a funeral, after all. Ispin would have rather had a party.
On that note, I'm gonna go find something to keep me busy.
Are there any good shops here?
There's a wide variety of shops across the village circle. Usually they go around from there. There's a very nice tavern off of that.
The village circle. Thank you.
It's there's a large tree growing out of it, largest in the village. Can't miss it. It's right near a large squarish house. That'd be the mayor's house. Next to the mayor's house, well, next to more stalls, I suppose. There's just marked all around there, and then there's the Fishbowl. Excellent tavern. Very good wine. But the market has plenty of stalls, but they might not all be open. They're getting ready for the festival this weekend.
Are there any that might need help setting up?
I'm sure you could find someone.
That's what I'm gonna look for then.
Good luck on your quest.
Cabin's still open. Well, I'll assume so. I'll head to that.
What was that? Sorry, I guess I missed something.
Oh, you're good. Is the tavern still open?
Yeah, the tavern would still be open. It's about midday right now. So you have the rest of today and then most of tomorrow before the funeral.
Very good. Well, I will leave you to your nightly duties, Dame Becklin. Give her a salute and walk out.
Okay.
Yeah, Amelia's also on her way out. She's gonna go try and find somebody that's setting up a stall or something where she can help out.
Mm-hmm.
Goodbye, Becklin of Dane.
It's nice to meet you, Macro.
I heard that as well.
What?
Okay, so some of you are looking for shops to help set up for. Sounds like Kadz is going to the Fishbowl for drinking. That
I will follow Emilia.
Yeah. I'll go with Emilia.
okay?
I'll look around for some shopping.
Sure. Yeah. There's some shops off of the village square, and there's also the market that you noticed coming in off the wharf.
Okay. Probably head down to the square first, see if they got anything festivities for the family back home.
Okay. At Vogler's heart lies a peaceful green dominated by an enormous oak, whose gnarled branches have watched over the village for generations. The ancient tree's canopy spreads wide enough to shade half the circle, the roots creating natural benches where locals gather to chat or children play. Dirt roads radiate out like spokes from a grassy hub, north towards the gate, south to the ferry landing, and into the winding streets that make up the rest of the village. Blue and silver festival banners are being hung up around the circle, and someone's hung garlands of carved wooden kingfishers between the shops that ring the space. Near the mayor's house, a tall iron pole supports a brass bell that gleams in the sun. There's a bakery, a leather goods store, a place called Net Mender's Nook, and a fish and tackle shop.
Probably head into the leatherworking store.
Okay. That's called Cordwainer Bricks' Leather Goods.
Okay. I'll step in and just take a gander to see if this place might look like something where I could pick up for other folks.
Well, there's a lot of fishing boots on one wall is just entirely taken up with leather fishing boots. There's just other leather goods around the rest of the shop, all different varieties. Are we looking at anything particular?
I guess I was looking for some sort of toy, for the son. For the missus, maybe something along the lines of incense or candles. Although it sounds like neither of them may not be here with the stores we see in the square.
Yeah, this is just these are more like less fantastical, more practical stuff.
Yeah, Theme's gonna recognize it and just sort of exit the store and skedaddle down.
Okay, so Rune's headed down to the market. Anybody else was going to the circle? It was Aryk and Emilia.
Yeah, so Emilia's literally looking for work. She wants to try and just do anything she can to make just a little bit of money. Probably helping with setting up the festival or anything like
that. Does she know how to bake?
She can fake it till she bakes.
Does she want to try and fake it?
Let's just say the last time she baked, there were bones involved.
Ooh, because there is a bakery there. Yeah, like in the circle, there's it's more practical stuff. There's a fish and tackle store. There's the bakery. There's the leather goods, and then there's the net mender nook, which
probably the net
presumably mends nets. Yeah, okay.
Probably the net mender. I mean, she'll probably go to the net mender.
Yeah, inside the net mender's nook is a slender woman who has very big, bushy hair and fine features. She's currently just seemed to be swamped in just a pile of banners. And looks up as you enter. Oh, hello.
Hello. I don't suppose you need any help.
Uh, in selling things to people, but you're looking for something to buy?
To do.
To do?
Yes. I'd like to offer myself. I'd like to help you.
We don't do that here. Maybe down at the docks.
Oh, all right.
Although you're a bit young for that, I must say.
Oh no, with mending things.
Oh, you're a mender? Oh, I could use the help. What is your passive perception?
It is 10.
Okay. She stands and wobbles a bit, her hair, just huge hair going to and fro. I've got all of these festival banners to finish getting ready, and I could use some extra hands. I especially have the whole pile of broken nets that I have to go through, so either one I could use the help with.
For just a few coins, I'd be happy to do all of the nets.
All right, that sounds good. How much were you looking for?
Well, obviously you're being paid, so I don't want to take all of your money, but whatever you can spare.
Well, I'm doing this pile of banners out of the goodwill of my heart as part of the festival. We all chip in. None of us get paid a lot for it. A lot of us lose money, actually, but it's a fun time. Everybody contributes and gives to each other. But my normal business is a bit behind because of that. So if you can take care of the nets, I could play, let's see, 5 bronze.
That'd be lovely.
Excellent. Sounds like a plan. I'm Coral, by the way.
Emilia, Kurold.
Good. Glad to meet you.
I'll have these done in an hour, honestly.
An hour? I was expecting the rest of the afternoon. If you can get them done in an hour, well, double what I was saying before.
I can get them done in an hour.
That sounds like a deal.
And
she sits down at her pile of banners and gets back to working on them while motioning you towards quite a large pile of broken nets.
Yep, and Emilia will pull one of them out and examine it, look for all the places where it's broken.
Mm-hmm.
And then she pulls out a pair of lodestones from her pouch and places them on either side of the net. Begins running her hand over the net, and she speaks, Perubahan Bentuk Selemat, and casts Mending.
Oh. Okay, yeah. The nets begin to mend themselves, so little tears and rips and pieces that have fallen apart mend themselves back up, and Coral looks up sharply when you first start the words, and a small smile comes across her face when she just keeps looking down at the banners she's working on.
And Emilia will just keep, she'll double check every piece before she's done, make sure that each mending guts the whole thing, repeat it if she has to, and take her time getting everything right.
Awesome. Okay, well, that's what Emilia's doing. What was Kadz up to?
Kadz is gonna just head to the tavern, the fishbowl, I guess.
Yeah, that's this building here.
Here?
Right here.
Okay.
Right off of the circle. It's a narrow tavern that feels snug rather than cramped. Every inch put to good use. Rough-hewn tables crowd together beneath low beams hung with fishing nets and grass floats that catch the firelight like captured stars. The air is thick with a rich aroma of baking fish pies, golden pastry crusts promising flaky fish and herbs within. Weather-beaten fishers fill most of the seats, their voices weaving together stories of the day's catch or the river's moods. Behind the bar, a kindly old man with silver whiskers moves with practiced ease, sliding steaming pies from the oven while keeping one ear on the tales being spun around him. The ale may be watery, but nobody seems to mind. The real draw here is clearly the food and the company.
He'll walk up to the tavern keep there and just introduce himself. Hello, my name's Kadz. Couldn't help but smell your lovely pies from outside. How much for one?
One pie's 5 bronze.
Fine enough. And what sort of spirits do you have here?
We've got... And somebody at the bar breaks in as he was about to say something. They've got the best watered ale you can get.
All right.
Hey, I don't water my ale much.
2 of those, then.
All right. And then he turns and gets you 2... and they are fairly watered down ales and a large steaming fish pie.
How much for the ales?
The ales are 3 silver apiece.
Oh. All right. It was 5 for the pie?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. He will quickly drink that and eat that pie, and then he's gonna head back to the copper crab where drinks are free.
The pie is very good, though.
Thank you for the pie, sir. It was as lovely as it smelled. I'll see you around the
Glad
festival.
you enjoyed it. Feel free to stop by. We've got the tavern run coming through here. Just ask for old Uncle Elthar.
All right. Maybe when I'm already drunk.
Well, that's why you end here. You start at the Brass Crab, then you weave your way through town. The children try to trip you and throw things at you. And you get here, you drink a bunch of ale and see who pukes. It's a lot of fun.
That's a tradition I can get behind. I'll see you later.
Okay, Mackerel, what are you up to?
Mackerel, I actually think Mackerel probably went to the center tree and was trying to take in, like, understanding the foliage as well as just trying to see how the town kind of went about itself. Then maybe meandered around to a shop possibly later.
Just like chill and meditate a bit?
Yeah, meditate, but also try and like take everything in. And
people watch?
Understand. Yeah, for sure. People
Okay.
watch.
Yeah, it's a lot of people just going to and fro, getting decorations set up, children running and playing. They'll look at you occasionally, start a bit, maybe run behind a barrel, look around behind it. A little just shocked to see you. They get used to eventually.
He would take out a book from his inventory as well. It does just say book, so whatever might be in the book, but I think he'd probably end up reading the book for a little bit under the tree.
Okay. What about you, Aryk?
He would have followed Emilia into the circle to try and also do good things, but then he would have gotten distracted by things by shopping because he needs some things.
Okay.
He needs a backpack or several, so he probably go to the leather goods place.
Okay.
By
Yeah.
there. Just hopefully get a backpack.
Yeah. There's an old dwarf behind the counter at the leather shop. What you looking for?
Hello, fine sir. I am looking for backpack or free.
A backpack for free?
Or in 3, it may be 4 backpacks.
Four backpacks.
A lot of backpacks, yes.
A lot of backpacks. We do have backpacks.
Very good.
But they're not for free.
No, I'll pay for them. I am a law-abiding citizen.
That's a weird thing to say.
Is it? I say it
People
like...
don't usually say, I'm a law-abiding citizen unless they're not a law-abiding citizen.
I say it all the time. I need to let people know that.
Huh.
Okay.
Why
Backpacks.
don't you stay here and look at the backpacks? I'm gonna go ring the bell for the mayor and get the guards.
Sounds like a plan. Where are they? Right there?
Well,
Okay.
yeah. You're sure you're a law-abiding citizen?
Yes.
You got a weird way of speaking, boy. Make a persuasion check. Let's see if you end up in jail tonight instead of in the brass crab.
6.
Uh-oh.
I don't allow thieves in my shop.
I have money for the backpacks. Do you want the money?
3 gold apiece. Money
3
first.
gold apiece.
Isn't that really cheap?
Is
for
that-
a
Or, not
backpack?
gold. Steel.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, I knew it would happen.
I was like,
it only
what?
took halfway into the first session for this to
Yep.
be fucked up.
Yeah.
Does that
Supplies,
seem
too.
like
It's
a
much cheaper than I
fair price for a backpack?
Make a intelligence check.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
great
boy.
at these.
Oh boy.
I've rolled a 1, a 6, and a 4 today.
Seems, if anything, a little low.
Make it 4. You got yourself a deal. He strokes
Alright.
his mustache in thought. I don't want to rip you off.
That's understandable. A nice law-abiding citizen like yourself.
Indeed. I'll buy 2.
Okay, then that'd be 8 steel.
Indeed. I pull out 8 steel.
Okay. And he hands you over 2 very nice backpacks, worth about 2 steel each.
Very good.
But you do manage to escape the shop without being arrested.
Hey, small victories. Yeah, I'll just make my way back to the brass crab.
Okay, so you went down to the marketplace, Rune?
Yeah. See if any of the places down there might have something.
Okay, sure. The bustling market sprawls Across the square opposite the wharf, a maze of colorful stalls and canvas awnings fluttering with blue and silver ribbons in honor of the Kingfisher Festival. Wooden kingfisher cutouts perch atop some of the vendor posts, painted eyes seeming to watch over the festivities below. The air hums with commerce and celebration, everyone anticipating the festival this weekend. Fishmongers hawking the morning's catch, beside farmers displaying fat turnips and golden corn, while crafters peddle trinkets and practical gear for the river folk. The scent of fresh fish, leather goods, and sweet festival bread mingle in the warm air. Near the market's heart, a diminutive Kender woman with bright eyes and nimble fingers draws curious crowds to her unusual wares. Delicate puppets carved from polished fish bones dance on her strings. Tiny dragons, prowling cats, and serpentine river monsters that seem almost alive in her skilled hands.
I guess I go take a look at the puppet show, see what all she's doing.
Sure. Yeah, there's a Kender woman there making puppets dance. She's got several on racks behind her, clearly for sale.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll walk up to her as soon as she finishes one of her little shows.
Mhm.
Pardon me. I suppose some of those puppets in the back are for sale.
She looks up from her puppets, looks straight forward, which is right below your shin, looks up further, keeps looking up, falls over onto her back. Wow, you're a big one.
I'll get that. I'll help her up as I'm saying that.
Wow, I haven't seen a minotaur before. I assume that's what you are. Oh, maybe you're a person that's wearing a bull mask. Is that a mask? Can I pull it? No, I can't reach it. It's not a mask, is it?
I'll just humor her and just sort of bend my head forward a little bit, kneel a little bit, so she can try to tug the horn. Not the one with the scar, though. Making sure she gets the good horn.
Soon enough, you have a full-grown Kender hanging from your horn, swinging back and forth. Like, wow, this is great. Wait, why am I doing this again? Oh, right, mask. No, I don't think this is a mask. She does a flip, and drops down to the ground in front of you. Wow, those are cool horns, mister.
Thank you. You're quite acrobatic. Now, some of those puppets in the back, I was wanting to ask if they were for sale.
Well, yeah, that's why I'm here. I'm Frostwind, and I make these puppets.
Pleasure to meet you. How much do they usually go for?
Usually money. Although if you've got a good trade, I'm up for it.
Not sure about a trade, but how much money do you usually taking for your puppets?
How much you got?
He just kind of looks around a little bit.
Wait, hold on. They told me about this. Which pocket was it? She's got like 7 pouches, and she's looking through each of them. It's like, when did I get that? Pretty sure I didn't have one of these. Cool. Uh-oh. He needed that foot. Here we go. And pulls out a small piece of paper and squints at it. Let's see. They said I had to charge money, and I had to charge certain... Yes. Money. Yes. They are money. Oh, right. You said how much?
It's just not enough.
These are numbers. This one's got this number, and that one's got that number. And she points at the numbers. She points at the various puppets. That one's that number, and that one's that number. But she doesn't tell you what the numbers are.
I'll just kind of lean forward a little bit, see if I can read the numbers as she's explaining.
It is just like, you don't think there's numbers on there. She clearly drew this herself, whatever it is, and it's like some sort of squirreling thing, like swirling around. There's a tree in one corner. There's a little crab, and there's a kitty cat.
Rin just blinks a little bit, just kind of stunned by this display.
Oh, you probably want to know what the numbers are, right? Fix told me about that too. These are 3 silver. Those are 2 silver, and the dragons are 5 silver.
Dragons are 5 silver. Let's see here. Ruffles through his pockets a little bit.
The cats are 3 silver, and the river serpents are 2 silver.
I think my sound very much like a dragon puppet. You know what? We'll take 1 dragon to go.
Excellent. Ooh, or if you have a shiny rock. I love shiny rock. No, money. Remember, Foswin, you're supposed to get money. Right. Okay, yes, dragon. And then she turns around and grits one of the dragon puppets, and treats it very much more delicately than she's treated anything else that she's done. Getting it, putting it on a piece of parchment and folding the parchment up carefully around it to make a sort of like pouch that she runs a little leather strip through that makes it into a little makeshift wrapping paper bag that she hands to you.
Well, that's mighty kind of you. Thank you. I'll hand her the 5 silver. Missy, are you gonna be okay?
What? Why?
You seem a
Did you hear
bit.
something?
You seem a bit out of sorts. Are you new here? Do you have a place to stay?
I've lived here my whole life. I own a
Okay.
house. Well,
Oh,
somebody's house.
And you're okay?
Oh yeah, I got my own store, and selling things. Not
Fair
really
enough.
understand the whole sell thing, but it seems to work out.
Okay, so we can hope for. Well, thank you. My son will love this.
Ah, great. I love to see my stuff played with. I hope he does.
I'll see if I can take him here for next year. You have a good day now.
Ooh, make sure you bring some shiny rocks when you... No, money. Remember, Frostman, money. You're supposed to have... Okay, bye.
Take care. He'll just kind of walk down the stalls to see if he can find something for his wife in the meantime as well.
Dolls with, like, scarves or hats. Whatever. What you're specifically looking for?
Those might be nice. I was thinking of anything that's like incense or candles as well.
Oh, yeah, you could probably find some candles. Sure, there's various candles. You could get like a incense sort of candle for 2 silver.
Yeah, I'll probably look for someone that's selling a nice, decently, some decent quality looking ones with a much more homely fragrance to it, and I'll probably buy a couple as well.
Okay, sure. Yeah, they'll sell you 3 for 5 silver.
3 for 5? Yeah, we'll do
Yeah.
that. Just to confirm, silver is before gold, so we'll detract 1 gold for
Silver
10
should be
silver.
the smallest.
the smallest. Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
gold's not
Gold doesn't
on
exist.
there. Gold has
It's
no
steel.
value in this.
Steel, iron,
Yeah, steel is
bronze,
the gold
silver.
equivalent, and iron's the electrum equivalent. Bronze is the silver equivalent, and silver is the copper equivalent. Very confusingly.
Okay, gotcha. All right. Yeah, I'll take 3 for 5 then.
Okay.
Have I finished mending these nets yet?
Oh yeah. You're done with the nest. It was a very large pile, but you, through the use of magic, are able to zoom through it.
Okay. So she pays me a steel then for that?
1 steel.
Nice. So when I'm done, I'll just kind of make my way towards her. Coral?
Yep.
I think I'm done.
Oh my, that was quick.
Yeah.
Excellent job.
Is there anything else you need?
Oh, well, not really. I have to do these banners myself. You're looking for work?
Uh, well, a little, but also, do you know where I could find charcoal, incense, that sort of thing?
Ooh, charcoal and incense. Let me see here. Oh, you could probably find it in the market. They've got all kinds of stalls there.
All right, I'll take a look. Do you know anybody else who might need help?
Oh, I haven't really been able to get out of the shop with all the banners that I have to get through. I'm afraid I don't.
That's okay.
Sorry about that.
I'll tell you what, though. I'll stop by in the morning and see if you need any more nets mended.
Oh, thanks. That'll
Sure.
help a lot.
Sure.
In my
Glad
50 years that I've been here, I haven't seen any nets mended that fast in a long time.
Well, I'm just glad I could help.
And you're smart enough to realize that she does not look more than about 25.
Okay. Glad
Oh,
I
yeah,
could help.
you can head, oh,
Yeah,
sure. Stop by anytime.
she'll head out and not think about that too hard and try and find a place to get charcoal and incense.
Yeah, you saw the market on your way in from the wharf.
Yeah.
There's a shop there called Moon Mist and Herbs. Actually, where Rune bought his candles.
Sure. So I'll probably be heading in about the time he's on his way out.
Yep.
Hello,
And
Rune.
there's a woman inside selling oils and herbs.
Excuse me.
Yes, how can I help you?
I need incense.
Oh, any particular sense? Any kind of specific use for it?
Something a kingfisher might like, I think.
Kingfisher. Normally we get incense to drive those away from the boats. Not
Oh no,
to
quite
them.
the opposite.
Let me think about that. And she goes over to a rack of various smells and oils, picking one up after another, thinking mostly in her mind. Here we go. Yes, I think this would do. She brings over a pouch of presumably incense. River's Blessing.
River's blessing. May I smell?
Of course.
What's it smell like?
It's like rotten fish.
You're sure?
Well, I haven't particularly tried to gather any kingfisher with it. I wouldn't want to get near one of those. They're rather large, you know. But it's the opposite, sort of the opposite of the fixture we use to drive them away.
How much can I get for 10 steel?
She would give you, like, several pouches worth.
Yeah. How much is that in pounds?
Let's go with 1 pound. It's gonna be real horrible smelling.
Yeah, that's why it goes in the oil-lined pouch that doesn't allow smells out. Yeah, so I'll pay 10 steel for that.
Okay. Good luck with your kingfisher hunt.
Thanks.
Any other sense I could?
No, but do you know anybody who might need a little help?
Oh, Have you checked with the mayor? She runs a fishing contest every year and always needs as many hands as she can get.
I will ask her, I suppose.
Or I don't know if that's a good idea, but are you any good with machines?
Machines? You mean like
We've
gnomish devices?
Yes, we've got a
No.
gnome. Okay.
No, I learned to avoid them a long time ago.
He built that thing on top of the keep. Needs assistance with whatever goes on with it. Dark magics, I think.
It's probably not magic. Is there anyone
But,
in town likely to be able to help him?
Oh, probably. He usually doesn't blow himself up very much.
Where can I find
That's
him?
why we keep him outside of town.
Where can I find him?
He's on the rise over the town, up on the bluff.
Right. Thank you.
Mhm. Okay. Why don't we take our break there? It's a good stopping point, I think.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
All right, welcome back, everybody. So it is getting towards evening on the day that you all arrived in Vogler. Are you headed back towards the Brass Crab or out towards other horizons?
You know I'm already at the Brass Crab.
Enjoying the free drinks. Anyone not at the Brass Crab, I guess I should say.
Yeah, I'll go to the crab. It's dinner
Okay.
time. Might as well eat.
Yeah, there's a pleasant dinner. It's fish. You're gonna have to get used to fish. A lot of the food here is fish based.
That's not a problem.
This is a delicious catfish.
That's a problem.
No, catfish is delicious. I mean, they live right next to a barge river, so
Mackerel lights.
bottom giant catfish are going to be pretty common.
Look who's back! Come grab a drink!
How many of you had?
I'll start counting on his fingers. How long has it been? You think that...
It's been like the entire afternoon.
Couple hours.
Okay. He'll run through the fingers a couple times.
Okay.
Don't know.
Oh boy, you're drinking so much, Yaume, the innkeep. You're gonna be a shoe-in for the tavern run.
Tavern run?
It's one of the festivals that starts off one of the events that starts off the festival.
Did Isman leave enough to cover his tab?
Oh, don't worry about it. We'll cut him off if the money runs out.
All right.
Isman didn't have any children, so basically used all of his savings in planning one heck of a party.
Right.
You knew I was coming.
Exactly how much?
It's rude to ask that.
Really?
How
rude
much
to ask
money?
that.
Is it?
I only know what I was paid for it. Becklin
Okay.
holds the strings.
Fair enough.
From what I hear, though, he's covering the cost of the mercenaries being in town, too. So at least they're being paid for Cudgel being able to celebrate with her friend.
Not quite a retirement. Sounds like they're handling all the affairs in the town.
Oh yes, Becklin's been our protector. She's the Solamnic officially posted here, even if she is retired.
Sure, she's well liked here.
Well, I will have
Might say that.
water, please.
Oh, why do you say that like that?
Yeah.
Well, you know, Solamnics. She brings you the water. Nobody much trusts the knight, really. They were responsible for the cataclysm, after all.
Who's them?
Cataclysm?
He'll eye Aryk.
How
I
much
don't know anything.
Does
about
Emilia
that.
know about the cataclysm?
Make a history check.
That is a outrageous accusation. Just putting it out there.
15?
You're aware that the reason why it's 351 BC is, or AC is that it's after Cataclysm. So 351 years ago, a fiery mountain fell down. You're aware that there was something to do with the king of Istar and a knight that wasn't able to stop it, but had the chance to do so.
Fairly sure it was the king priest who caused the cataclysm, but
Oh, sure, but the knights could have stopped it, and they didn't.
yes. Always blame the knights.
But
Eric's
Dame
eye
Beckman's well
twitches.
enough. Oh, that
Gotta
offended your
blame
camera.
someone. And he'll look over at Aryk.
I'm not a knight.
Didn't say you were.
You look like one. No, he does not.
Yeah, I do. First of all. But I am not a knight.
Mm.
You remind me of a squire I met. Tom.
Was he dashingly handsome and incredibly brave?
Yeah, sure. Till the lizardmen got him.
Okay.
Want a drink? Get some trial runs in before the tavern run?
No, I shouldn't do that. It's not very,
He'll just hand you the mug, or his mug.
He takes it. Well, just being like, oh, I really shouldn't.
Oh, I insist. Another round, please.
Another round. And she'll go and gather up another round, including another water for Emilia.
I haven't finished. Never mind.
So, where'd you all come from?
Far away.
Southern Aragoth.
Same here.
We came from Southern Aragoth.
Right.
That is quite the distance. About a couple of days' walk from here. Out on a farm.
Right, Rune's got a lovely place. Quite hospitable. Let me stay there the night.
Honestly, this town does well by itself.
So you two
It's
know
very
each other
beautiful.
from before?
About a day before.
We met by chance. He was passing by my farm when he was coming here for Ispin's memorial. Needed a place to stay tonight. We hosted. Realized we both were going in the same direction the morning after, and shared the walk over here to Vogler.
You just let random people stay at your house?
From time to time.
Quite personable.
Not much else for you to stay out there in the open fields. It's actually how we met Ispin, in fact. I used to work as a guard in one of the nearby cities where I first heard of his exploits, but as chance would happen, met the fellow himself when he was passing by late one evening. Same place, same farm. Let him stay the night as well. That's how we met. So all of you have a connection to Ispin, huh?
Not Exactly.
Hmm.
He used to come by when I was a little girl and tell us stories around the campfire.
That's lovely. What about you, Mackerel?
Or
You must come from a bit further than Urgarth. Somewhere they don't have cats.
where's Urgar?
Don't know.
No, I come from the Snowland. I think it's called Ice Reach. Ice Reach.
From Icewall.
Ah, that's it. Yeah.
That is
That's
a long
quite
way.
a distance.
Yeah, it's like a couple months travel. It's a long time. I was on many a boat. That's where I met Pete's. He spoke of Ishvin. They were close. I wasn't close to Ishvin. I met him one time.
How long has Ispin been dead? How'd you know about a funeral?
Well, I got a notice about a month ago.
That sounds about right.
Oh. Guess I was late to the postman.
I didn't get the letter. Pete's dead. He gave her to me, but I had met him a couple months back.
Right.
Been traveling and fishing.
Who is Feats?
I think the closest word I have for him is mentor. But he was an old monk man.
Old monk man.
Oh. We had some monks not too far north of where I grew up.
I don't know where he resided. He was just traveling a lot. He didn't talk much.
Wait. Were those monks? Were those magic folk? Same thing, right?
No.
Pretty much.
We don't do magic. Oh,
Ah,
unless you talk about this trident, but that doesn't count.
What? Your trident is magical.
No.
No?
Well, can't you
That's
just tell with
hypothetical.
your magicaliness?
Well, I probably could if I were going to be rude.
It's not
Ask a
rude.
hypothetical.
Magic person.
Eyes.
Magic. Magic red.
What?
You're magical.
I am a wizard.
If, say, an item not like this trident allowed me to cast a spell, would it be deemed magical?
Yes.
I have a magical trident.
Of course you do.
I got it off of a fish guy who attacked our boat when
Of course you
Feats
did.
disappeared. It's pretty cool. I can tell fish what to do.
It's a trident that commands fish.
Yeah.
Right.
You might be in the right town for that.
That's what I'm saying. I might hold on to it, although I'm not really good at poking things with a trident. I'm like really bad with it. I use my tusks more. Ah.
Well, they're sharp. So,
Yes, very. They're good at cracking fish head. Separating the shells and things like that from food.
fascinating.
Yes. Right. You are all interesting people. Aryk and his mistress.
I am very much not his mistress, thank you.
Isn't that what Kitty said?
Who?
The cat man.
You mean cats?
Yeah, cats.
There was a momentary misunderstanding and it's been cleared.
It clearly
He
has
also knows
not.
somebody's wife beats.
It was...
Still a question.
No.
Why did you think that I was his mistress?
Well, the innkeep mentioned he had a companion waiting for him up in his room.
I mean,
We're
I'm barely know you
sharing
guys.
rooms?
Oh, yeah, I haven't gone up. Yes, we are sharing rooms.
Is that a problem?
Yes. No, it's...
I have a double room.
I
Does
snore
one of you want
in
to
my
stay with
sleep.
me?
Yes, Aryk wants to stay with you.
Aryk. Do you want to stay with me?
I don't want to impose.
That's not a problem. I don't snore.
Very good then.
But I do have a ritual or two before bed.
That's okay. I don't judge.
Okay. Problem
Points-
solved.
She points a finger at Kadz. I am not his mistress.
Whatever you say, magic lady.
Siblings are lovers. Can't
No,
tell.
not lovers.
Yeah, there's no love here.
I've seen stranger things on the plains with some folk. I don't judge.
Aryk,
A little bit.
are you into... Never mind.
Oh my goodness, we're hanging out with a bunch of hicks.
Cats, is that a dig, as some say?
Oh, what?
I'm still trying to get used to comment and all that.
It
Was
would
what you
say,
say supposed to be insulting to us?
Oh. I don't know. What'd you say?
I said you are all men of the land.
Aryk Broadblade, are you lying?
I don't do that.
Insight check.
What's Rune doing?
Just enjoying the festivities, drinking his beer, watching it unfold.
Listening
Not
to these
getting
kids
involved.
bicker.
Catfish.
Help us, Dad. Get back here.
Yeah, he's just. He already. At some point, he went up and put away the candles and puppet. Came back down and enjoyed the show some more.
Yeah, you feel like it could be an insult, but you're not sure because it's a different language, different dialect. Could be just a word you don't know yet.
Humans are so confusing.
So in that case, I assume for my crew, happenstance, traveling on the same boat. He points over at Aryk and Emilia. Do you two come from the same group of some kind, or you just happen to be on the same boat as well?
We're childhood friends.
Okay.
Friends is putting it lightly, but yes.
Not helping your case much.
Friends to lovers?
No,
Lovers to friends.
not lovers. Just
I
friends.
love this new romance subplot.
Between the only two.
Hey, Southern Orthodox is kind of like Alabama.
That's what it feels like.
So is everyone going home again after the funeral? Do you have more
No.
business down here? All right.
Yeah, I might head out right after Memorial. Might stay an extra night just in case. I gotta get back home in time for the plow. Plus, with Emmanuel out there in the stables, they could use all the help they can get.
Right.
Who?
We have a mule that we use to help with the farmlands. His name is Emmanuel.
Emmanuel?
Yeah, Emmanuel.
A mule. Is that the thing that looks like a horse?
Yeah, that's spot on. If you like, I can show you after we're done eating and drinking. You can see for yourself.
Oh. I've never seen said mule. I have seen horse in passing. Some people like to take them on boats with us. But not mules. Mules don't like water.
He's a good sort. Young, but he acts old. A bit grumpy, but harmless.
So you take Mackerel over to visit Emmanuel?
Yeah, once we're done eating and drinking, I'll just let him take a peek at Emmanuel.
Yeah, the stable boy's taking a nap, but wakes up when you come in and... Nope, yeah, taking good care of your mule, sir.
Much appreciated. Just letting a folk from far off see his first mule. We're just going to poke our head in and be right on out.
Oh. It's fluffy.
Yeah, aw.
He rumps a little bit. Rub his head.
He's cute.
He is. He's a good boy. You can pet him too if you want.
Very like harshly pets.
Yeah, the mule like locks up when you come near because you smell weird and you're a giant walrus person. It doesn't know how to think about you.
I'll try to calm Emmanuel down a little bit. Let him know it's alright.
Okay, yeah, make an animal handling check.
Let's see here.
Should be able to just click on the word animal handling in the skills.
Nice.
Oh yeah, you have years of working with this mule. Emmanuel trusts you. You're able to just easily show that Mackerel is a friend.
Yeah,
And Emmanuel becomes much more friendly after that.
he's a good sort. We usually don't take him out much, so he's not used to being around other folk, let alone, people who aren't usually from around here.
Yeah, I understand. I am a weird sort.
I wouldn't say weird, just different. Alright, let's head back to the brass crab.
Okay.
What are the rest of you doing for the evening? I imagine Kadz is just gonna drink until he falls asleep. Pre-game in that tavern run, pretty good.
Emilia, can I borrow your ink pen for a minute?
Why?
To write in my journal?
If you break my pen,
I won't break your pen.
or lose it,
I won't lose your pen.
she'll slide her pen over to him.
He's just going to write in his journal for a little bit.
Okay.
Emilia will pull out her spellbook and start paging through it. Just reading.
Okay. Sure.
After a few minutes, give the pen back, tuck his journal, and then go to bed.
Anyone doing anything other than going to sleep eventually?
Emilia's gonna stay up as long as Kadz does.
Oh, okay.
Well, while he's there drinking and Emilia's up, we'll talk to her. So you're a witch, eh?
Mage or wizard is the preferred term?
I met a witch once out on the plains.
Did you?
Out in the Western Hills. Told me I had a red soul and black blood.
Did
I
she?
told her she ain't much of a witch if that's all she could see. Reckon you can do a bit more, hopefully.
I can do a great deal more than that. Though I am still just learning.
Oh. Well, everybody's learning all the time. So what more business do you and Aryk have?
Oh, Aryk's
After the
going
funeral.
home after the funeral.
Eager to ditch him?
Well, he's not my lover.
I know, but the look on his face is just too fun to give it up.
That is true. He does get a little flustered, doesn't he? Yeah, I don't know where I'm going next. Probably just find people that need help. Well, Calaman, I do need to go to Calaman.
Well, that's not too far off.
No, maybe a day or two by river, I think.
Right. Further east than I've been, but... What's in Calaman?
A witch.
Proper one.
My master's given me a letter to carry.
Hmm. Expecting any trouble?
They always expect trouble.
Well, I'd keep a sharp eye out, and I might not be too keen on getting rid of Aryk. There are those lizard folk out?
Sure. Sure.
Believe what you want, but I've warned you.
It's not that I don't believe you, it's just that it doesn't really make any sense.
Not much does once you get out there in the wilds.
I'm sure I wouldn't know anything about that.
Insight check.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, that's a lie.
Yeah.
Not sure I quite buy that.
Well, good, because I wasn't selling.
Well, alright then. Hope you know enough to keep yourself out of too much trouble.
Nope. I'm pretty sure trouble follows me everywhere I go.
So how'd you get into the old magin business?
Why do you want to know?
Making small talk. I used to be a cattle herder.
You see.
Then my cattle ran, so to say. So I just picked up and started wandering, hitting things.
Wandering and hitting things.
To keep it short and brief.
Well, I used to be a page. I was going to be a knight.
Oh, can't trust those folk.
Sure.
So, what happened?
Not something I like to talk about.
Alright. You still only drinking water?
Yes.
Alright. Well, I'm not.
That much is clear.
I'll go grab another drink.
Make a Constitution save.
Yeah. Yep.
Been drinking for quite a while.
Hours.
Only just now making it.
And yet.
Yeah. He's
So-
well accustomed to the drink.
You just
Mhm.
wander around hitting things.
Only when they need to be hit. Usually I get hit first.
And How do you make money doing that?
Well, sometimes people will pay for someone to get hit. Other times, people you hit got some money on them. They end up not needing it.
Because they're dead?
Right. Or going to sleep for long enough for me to go through their pockets.
Hmm. And that works for
I'm
you.
not a... Got me out of the plains. Got me here. Reckon it'll keep me going.
So where are you going next?
I'm not a bandit, mind you.
I didn't
Just-
think you were.
Next?
Yes.
Couldn't say. Sort of just wander. Run into something that leads me on to somewhere else. It's kind of the way of the plains. You go where the weather takes you.
Sounds nice.
More often than not, the weather's quite shitty.
That sounds nice.
Suppose it is. Don't think I could stay in a town like this.
No?
Sometimes. No.
Not even
Not
for
a fan
few
of
days?
walls. Well, I think I'm stuck here for a few days. A few days is fine.
Ah.
Long term, though. Not for me. Runes seem to have a pretty nice setup, though.
Yeah?
Yeah. Maybe one day, if I hit enough people with enough coin on them, go buy me a farm, too.
What happened to... Didn't you say you were a herdsman?
Right, yeah. Down in the southeastern plains to start.
You didn't have a home? You just wandered?
Well, there was a bit of a area we camped and set up some small homes at. We moved around a bit, though, with the seasons.
Ah.
But all that was keeping me there is gone back in the dirt now, so off I went. Here I am.
Here you are.
Right.
And by this point, it's getting rather late.
You don't have to stay up on my account.
He'll finish another ale, or get another ale, if anyone's still up serving. He's kind of just gonna go till he passes out.
Does he ever pass out? Like, is that
I
a
don't
thing he
know.
knows how to do? Honestly, actually, at some point, maybe I'll just cast
Oh.
sleep on you.
Oh, hey.
Not really.
I mean, you've got a pretty, ridiculously good constitution. You could go all night.
Okay, I won't do that. In that case, I'll just... Yeah, what? Well, I best call it a night. Save some room for the tavern run. I
And
reckon this
some
was a
ale
good
for the
practice.
tavern run.
Oh, true. Good night, then.
Good night.
And he'll stumble off to his room and just clock out.
And Emilia will eventually collect her spellbook and head up to her own room and go to bed.
As you start to head up, Yaume comments to you as you pass by, I didn't think he'd ever be done.
Sure he ever would have been.
You know, Ispin set aside 2 barrels specifically for him.
How much has he gone through in one night?
About half a barrel.
Oh, it might
Hopefully
be
the 2 can last the weekend. Have a good evening.
You too.
You're going to sleep?
Yeah.
Okay, everyone can take a long rest if you need it. If you don't know how to do it, on your sheet at the top to the right of your name on the far right of the sheet, there's one that says breather, short rest, or long rest. You can just click that and it should have a little pop-up. You shouldn't need to use any resources because your food and water is already given to you. That moves us forward to Misham. The day of the memorial. But you have the entire day with which to find something to do because the memorial won't happen until evening.
Eventually when Emilia gets up, because I think she just stayed up later than usual, she will head off to try and find that gnome.
Sure, yeah.
But she's gonna stop by the fish, the netmender first.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Go visit Coral.
Yeah.
Oh, good morning.
Good morning. Did you need any more help this morning?
No, thank you. Just working on these banners. Although, I thought about it. Barnaby may need your help.
Who's Barnaby?
Barnaby Riverbend. He's the festival organizer. Oh, that man is so stressed.
Where can I find him?
He should be at the mayor's house.
I'll look.
She's the big house across the circle. It's got the bell in front. That's for emergencies. Don't ring that.
I won't. But I will look in on Barnaby. Thank you for the advice.
Of course. Thank you for the magical mending.
Sure thing.
What's anybody else have anything particular they wanted to do today?
Probably need to head on over to the stable and rent out another day since we'll be staying here another night.
Yeah, it's another silver.
Righty.
Zicker's gonna go get something to drink. He doesn't do this often, but
Okay.
when
Yep, yep.
in Rome,
Plenty of free ale. If anyone's not doing anything specific, we'll just go to Emilia at the mayor's house.
Kadz is gonna go ask the innkeep where he can go sign up for the mock battle.
Oh, the mock battle. Becklin would take care of that. Not really more of a sign-up, just express your interests.
Oh. Well, I think I already did that.
Excellent. It'll be exciting to see you fight.
It'll be exciting to fight. Thanks.
Especially if you've done the tavern run first.
Right.
We save our hard stuff for that.
Perfect. Well, thanks again. I'll be seeing you at the tavern run.
Oh, I look forward to cleaning up all the vomit.
I'll keep it clean for you myself, at least.
And you do notice there are like 3 mops on against the one side of the room now, in preparation for the tavern run. They've clearly experienced this many years.
That's nasty.
After that, I guess he'll probably just look for Rune, see if he needs a hand doing anything.
Okay.
I'm just back in the tavern. Haven't really done much yet. Got up early. Just kind of resting. Not sure what I'm gonna do today. Might just walk around and enjoy the town.
Sounds like a good plan to me. Haven't seen much but the tavern yet, so...
Let's make a day of it.
Absolutely.
Okay. Kadz and Rune are walking around town. Mackerel's doing some experimental drinking. What about Aryk?
He's just gonna practice his forms with his weapons. He's gonna find a secluded spot and just train a bit.
Sure.
Practice his new light crossbow that he got recently. Just make a bad target somewhere and just shoot it.
Emilia would have told you that if you break any of your bolts, bring them to her and she'll fix them for you.
Oh,
I think he has too much pride to do that.
what a good kept woman. Well, the mayor's house is a sturdy 2-story home that stands proudly in the village circle. The clean lines and well-maintained shutters speaking to practical prosperity rather than ostentation. Riverstone foundations support walls of honest timber, while flower boxes beneath the windows add splashes of color that mirror the festival decorations adorning the nearby buildings. Through the front windows, you can glimpse a comfortable interior where the walls are adorned with an impressive collection of mounted fish, from modest trout to massive pike. It must have been the catch of a lifetime. The house feels lived in and welcoming, more like a neighbor's home than a seat of authority. A small wooden sign by the front door simply reads, Raven of Vogler, Mayor, in understated letters, as if the title was just another part of being a good neighbor.
I will poke my head in.
Yeah, the doors open for the festival. There's a let's see, a harried-looking, overweight man, sweating his brow, talking with a Argothian lady, dressed in plain clothing.
I will walk towards the harried-looking man, assuming that he is, in fact, Barnaby.
Yes, hello? Oh.
Are you Barnaby?
Yes, I am.
Coral told me you might need some help.
Oh, I don't think that... Oh, they know you very well, Barnaby, the woman says. He could definitely use the help. He'll refuse it, but he can definitely use it. And if you're offering, the city's willing to pay you.
I would be happy to help if I can. I'm got a day to burn.
Raven Uth Vogler. Nice to meet you. And she holds out a hand.
Of the Voglers, I presume. I'm Emilia, curled.
Nice to meet you. And welcome to my town, yes, of the Voglers. Barnaby here takes care of setting up the festival for me while I get to focus on my fishing contest. Take the help, Barnaby. Oh, but fine.
Look, it's paid help, not free, so there's nothing
of course.
dishonorable
Of
about
course.
it.
I suppose that's true. Well, we'll see how much you can do helping me around. Unless you'd want a specific price before starting.
I would prefer to know at least roughly how much I'm going to make, yes.
And Raven butts in. 2 steel.
For how much effort?
Steel's the baseline. Barnaby tells me that you deserve more, then I'll give it to you.
Fair enough.
All right, Barnaby. I'm getting back to the catches, and this young lady will help you out. She claps Barnaby on the back and walks out the door whistling. Ha, he's somebody else's problem now. Barnaby dabs at his face with a cloth. Oh, it's just been one thing after another.
What can I do?
Well, today I need to finish getting the main stage set up. Make sure all of the banners that Coral's been making are hung between the buildings. We need to move benches and tables from the tavern storage shed. And I have to set up the ceremony area by the riverbank.
Which of
And
those
then there's the
are
boat
you the
parade,
least?
but I need to handle that.
Which of those are you the least interested in doing?
Well, I've never been one for physical labor. Moving the benches and tables out.
I'll take care
would
of
be
them.
the least interested. Are you sure you don't see that? Well, we're the one paying you.
I'll take care of them.
And he'll lead you over to the fishbowl, where there's a shed on the corner, and he'll unlock it from a big key that he's got on his belt. And there's a bunch of benches and tables, just covered in dust from probably not used since last year's Kingfisher Festival.
Yep.
And he shows you the area where, not too far away, it's like in the circle itself that you need to get it all set up in.
Cool. She'll just get started doing that. She'll also wipe down all the benches and tables with a rag and some water.
Mm-hmm. Sure. And he'll go off to organize the boat parade, making sure you know where you can get them if you finish or need any assistance.
I don't have many magic to help me. This one's just raw effort, so
Mm-hmm.
gonna
Sure.
be a bit.
Yeah. Let's roll an athletics check.
No boy. Hey, 18.
Okay, nice. All right. It is only going to take you 2 hours to get that set up. and you don't have much trouble doing it.
Okay. Then yeah, that's what she'll spend the first 2 hours of the day doing.
I was going to have it be the hours left on the roll.
Works.
You spend the morning moving those. Anybody else have anything particular they wanted to do today? I know it's mostly a giveaway day.
The rest of us are marshals. We don't really got important things to do.
Right. Well, there are things in the downtime rules.
Mm-hmm.
Though a lot of them cost money.
Yeah.
This is why I'm working, because I want to earn money to be able to spend money on downtime.
I'm just losing money. I'm a bit scared to try again.
Okay, well, if Emilia's the only one doing anything, we'll just continue on with Emilia. You gonna go back to Barnaby after the 2 hours?
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably sweaty
He's
and
impressed.
gross, but I'll be like, I'm done.
He's impressed you got it done so quick. He asks that you assist with hanging up the banners.
Banners, yeah, so I'll head to Coral.
Yeah. When you enter, she looks up and wrinkles her nose. Whew, you need a bath, dear.
That's the woman who works with fishnets all day.
Good point.
I'll take one later, maybe.
She walks over to you and
I need those
pokes
banners.
you on the nose.
Uh,
And suddenly, you smell a lot better. She goes, shh. And then goes over to the banners and said, here to help with the banners, then.
Insight check.
Yeah. Insight check and roll a perception for me, please.
Yeah.
Oh, much better. You notice when she turns, her big mane of hair, just slightly, you can see the tip of a pointed ear. But it seems much less pointed than an elf's. Able to be hidden hair very easily.
Yep, not looking at that too close. Yeah, the banners.
She brings just an armload of banners over. We've got to hang these up between all of the stores around the village circle. And she's got some poles to assist in the hanging. Shouldn't
I'll
take
get
more
to
than a
it.
couple hours.
Get to it.
Mackerel would probably be in the center circle.
Yeah, you're reading again under the tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, your watch as Emilia and another woman you don't know use these poles to hang banners across the roads leading into the circle.
Oh, Emilia!
I'm busy.
Here, can I help? And Mackerel comes over and just hoists you up.
Ah!
Here, you need help?
Sure.
Yeah, you're able to get to the top of most of the buildings with just him hoisting you up instead of using one of the poles. Which doesn't really make it any faster, but it does make it a little more accurate.
He just picks you up like this.
How strong are you?
Not very.
Like, are you actually strong enough to lift me?
Probably.
Including
yeah,
my
no, for
gear,
sure.
I weigh 150 pounds, including gear.
No, he has powerful build.
Oh, that's right. I
Yeah,
forgot.
that's
so you just don't care at all. You're just like, whatever, up you go.
Yeah.
Well, He only has a strength of 9, but I do have powerful build, so.
Yeah, it doesn't
Damn.
matter. That's 2x. So
I really am the weakest one here, huh?
no, I assure you, that's me.
The weakest marshal here.
Hey, I use a sword.
Wow, that is a heck of a clapback. Yeah, you're able to get through a little bit, not really faster, but more efficiently,
Sure.
more accurately with mackerel. Coral's laughing the entire way.
Yeah, Emilia, it looks uncomfortable the entire way, but whatever, it's getting it done.
Coral dusts off her hands afterwards, like, well, thank you, walrus person.
His name is Macro.
Yep.
Mackerel. Oh, pleasure to meet you. Coral Brightwater.
Hello, lady. Coral. Pleasure.
You helping out Barnaby today?
Well, I am. I suppose he's just helping me.
Barnaby?
He's the organizer
Barnaby
for the
Riverbend.
festival.
Like
He's
being
so
a bar?
stressed. Well, anyways, nice meeting you. She walks off.
Goodbye. Oh. She's a little weird.
Yeah. You're not wrong.
Barnaby walks back into the circle at that point, having dealt with organizing the boat parade and setting up the crowning area.
Anything else, Barnaby?
Oh, well, I've got to finish setting up the stage, if you'd like to help with that.
Hello, being a barn.
Sure.
Hello. You?
I'm Mackerel.
Mackerel. Hello, Mackerel. That's a walrus, man.
Yep, that's what I am.
Thanoi. They're called Thanoi.
Oh,
Thanoi.
Thanoi. Interesting. And he leads you over to where there's like a very rickety wooden platform. It's like, this thing, we really need to get.
This is very unsafe.
Probably. It only falls apart once or twice every few years.
Give me one moment.
Uh-oh, what's this going to end up with?
I got some iron spikes to really make this thing not move.
So as they're setting it up, you're just going to try and iron spike in some of the poles?
Yeah. Really make this hard.
Oh boy. What would this even be?
And I'm using my Staff of Quarters as a blunt weapon.
To hammer it in.
Mm-hmm.
Do you don't have proficiency in carpentry at all?
No. But hey, he's not. I mean, he built houses back in when he was a young lad. Ish.
Make an athletics check.
Athletics. I'll take it.
Yeah, you jam a couple spikes in. The stage does look a lot more solid. It's unlikely to ever be able to be taken apart again, though.
Did
He
he
is very
break it in the
content with work.
process?
Just a little bit, yeah.
Is it something mending could fix?
You can try to. You'd have to like take the iron spikes out, so you'd have to
Okay.
be able to pull them out. It looks like it's going to stay together.
I'll leave it for now then.
How
I'm
many
gonna
iron spikes do I lose?
just 2. Make a perception check for Barnaby here. He is oblivious.
Wait.
Does not somehow notice the giant walrus man hammering in iron spikes to the other end of the stage.
Why would he?
He pulls out, let's see. Four more steel and drops it into your hand, Emilia.
Nice.
Thank you for the help. It was very helpful.
So is that 4 total or 6 total?
6 total. Slowly earning back that familiar money.
Yep. Actually, only 4 steel shy now.
Anything else anyone else going to do for the rest of the day?
I'm just checking out the festivities.
Yeah, nothing's really starts up till the next day. So it's
Okay.
kind of everyone running around, putting stuff together.
Aryk just watches people run around and set things up, but he doesn't help.
Okay. Near
What time
evening.
is it?
Yep.
What time is it?
It's about early afternoon.
Yeah, I'll go see about the gnome. Have I heard any
Okay.
explosions in that direction today?
No, you haven't heard any explosions. It's been kind of quiet. Maybe he's not the explosive kind of gnome.
Okay, I'll go up there and see if he needs any help.
Mackerel is gonna follow you.
Are you
You've
just
gotten a
going to
pet.
follow me like a puppy now?
Not like a puppy, but you tend to be doing the most interesting stuff.
You know what a puppy is, but not a kitten.
Yeah, of course.
Have I seen any cats?
course.
Surely in a fishing town they'd have
Yeah,
ratters,
there's
right?
been a few cats. Yeah.
I'll point one out to him.
Oh, the feline?
We call those cats.
Oh. I don't know there was a
Oh
shorthand
my
term
God.
for it.
Cat.
I just knew feline.
Watch out below.
Emilia will move. She's used to dealing with gnomes.
Where you were, floats down there's a small form flying through the air, and there is a backpack on his back that he pulls a cord, and a sheet pops out behind it, slowing his descent, but not quite enough. He slams into the ground, and it falls on top of him. Oh, wow! And he pops up to his feet. That was a success!
That was a success?
Oh, yes, much better than last time.
Honestly, that looked like a success. I've known some gnomes.
I didn't even break any legs.
No. Okay. Yeah. Good. The incense merchant said you might need some help maintaining a contraption
Ooh.
atop the keep.
Yes, I do need some test subjects for the Nary crash.
Huh?
How would you like to jump off the cliff?
Do I get paid?
That depends if you survive or not.
How much?
I'd like to get paid either way.
Let's see. corpse disposal is 7 gold, or 7 steel. So let's see. How about 5 steel?
How tall is it?
It's 30, 50 feet, depending on where you jump from.
Oh,
I say a steal for every 2 feet, and you got
You
a
want
deal.
you want me to jump with one of these on my back, right? She's eyeing his contraption.
Oh yeah, not one that's been used, obviously, of course, but this is the Nary Crash. It'll keep you from falling, and if you do fall, well, it'll keep you from getting damage, probably.
Makes sense, of course. 10 steel.
I'll jump out.
10
Well,
steel.
It's cheaper just to carry
Each.
away the bodies, though.
It is cheaper to carry away the bodies, that's true, but if I don't die, then I'll tell everyone how wonderful your invention is.
Advertising.
I will take one with me too, and so I can show people on the road.
10
No, you
steel.
want? You know how much these cost? 10 steel, 10 steel, 10 steel. Each?
Yes.
Well, if we're each jumping, then yes.
Make a persuasion check. With advantage if Mackerel is going to be helping.
Are you
And if
helping?
Mackerel is trained.
Yes,
in
I am absolutely
your
helping.
Are you
persuasion.
trained in persuasion?
Is that the no?
Oh, okay. So just
I have
normal?
a minus.
11.
use
I'm gonna
my.
use, no, I'm gonna use
ins-
mine. I'm gonna use my
Okay.
inspiration.
Okay.
Oh, that's a 7.
Use mine.
Okay.
We need money.
There we go. 17.
It's a deal. Holds up his hand.
I'll shake his hand.
He shakes very enthusiastically, both-handed.
Yeah.
When he lets you go, you're still like shaking a little bit from the momentum. He leads you up onto the hill, and he has a pile of backpacks up there. He hands one to each of you. These are my patented Nary Crashes.
Nary crash?
That's because they Nary Crash. Haha.
How long does it take to make one?
Oh, a few weeks of tinkering here and there. You have to know what you're doing, of course, and you have the blueprints, which I have the blueprints, and they're on file at Mountain Nevermind, so don't think about taking them.
Patented and everything.
How much do
Of
you sell
course.
them for?
Don't sell them for. They're still being perfected, if I have to be honest.
Out of curiosity, before I jump,
Mhm.
what revision are these up to?
1206.
Mark 1206. It's probably safe.
These ones don't even explode
I
anymore.
don't,
It's probably safe.
you
I'm
know,
not sure why they were exploding in the first place. They don't have any explosives inside.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I'll just jump before I think about it.
Yeah, I'll grab one of the backpacks, ask him where to jump.
And he points it out and he said, "Don't forget to pull the cord."
When do we pull the cord?
Presumably before you hit the ground.
But any time after we jump?
Anytime after your jump's fine.
Why not before we jump?
Oh, you don't want to do that.
Okay.
He looks down and he's like saying a prayer. You don't want to do that.
Fuck it, I jump, and then I pull the cord.
Shreds, you say.
Yeah, and
Two
back
shreds,
behind
you
you.
say.
Each of you, please roll a d20. 1d20.
Oh no.
You can type
I don't
in the
know.
chat /roll space 1d20.
I'll public this roll.
Hey.
Oh yeah.
Hey.
Nice.
All right. You jump off and you pull the cords, and once deployed, a parachute rapidly inflates behind you, like pumped out inflation, not just a sailcloth released. and you descend fairly quickly, but at a buffered pace. And you manage to take no damage from falling.
Oh.
And I'll look back up for the gnome.
And he's leaning over the edge, giving a big thumbs up, and he notably does not use an Aryk crash to come down. He takes the long way down. So it's a few more minutes before he gets there.
Before he gets there,
Mhm.
Mackerel will turn to Emilia. Emilia,
Yes?
do you think we can each get one of those for the road or no?
I suspect he'll say no if you ask.
How about just one for the road for both of us?
Suspect
So we
he'll
can-
still say no if you ask.
And he eventually comes wandering up and hands both of you 10 steel pieces each.
Woohoo!
Alright.
And gathers back up the Nary crashes. Thank you for assisting me in my testing. Oh boy, version 12,007 is going to be wonderful.
How long does it take you to repack?
Oh, well, I have an automatic repacker, and it only costs 1 arm and a leg.
Good luck with that.
Uh,
She just
Anyway.
grabs Mackerel and starts dragging him away. Like that's her
Okay.
out. That's her moment of leaving. Nope, we're gone.
He wanders away, dragging the open Nary crashes back to the keep.
What a weird dwarf.
No, he's a gnome.
A gnome?
Gnome.
I don't know if I've met a gnome.
Now you have. They live
They're
in Mount
weird.
Nevermind, Northern Argoth.
Mount Nevermind?
It's a volcano.
Oh, cool. I don't do well with heat, so I'll stay away.
Good idea. I am going to go see if there's somewhere I can take a bath before we have to go to the funeral.
When's the funeral?
This evening.
Like after dusk? Before dusk?
Think
I
she
still
said
don't
it's at
understand time.
sunset.
Oh, that helps. Okay. I guess back at the tavern we will all meet?
Yeah.
At the Rusty Crab?
You are able to find a bath at the Brass Crab that you can use.
Cool.
And as evening approaches, Becklin will meet you all in the Brass Crab. Thank you all for coming. And with her is a dwarven woman, who she introduces as Cudgel Iron Smile. It's good to meet more friends of Ispin's. That lad got around everywhere. The funeral will take place down at the dock, at the rear of the Brass Crab.
Of course.
She escorts you all out to the back, over here on the map. And as she does, you notice there's there is a crowd of gathered people, and in the crowd, does anyone have a good passive perception?
11.
Surely Mackerel does.
Where's my passive perception?
If you look at your perception, there's a
10.
number on the right side of it.
13.
I have a
13.
I have a 13 for passive perception.
I got a 12.
Okay, you two. Mackerel and Rune, then. Anyone else with a 13 or higher? Notice that amongst the crowd is an elf. Looks to be Sylvanesti, although they have blue skin. Too much attention, though.
Do you see that weird blue elf?
Do I know what that is about?
Make a
Nature?
nature check.
Damn.
I am very well educated.
You've heard of blue elves, Dargonesti and Demernesti, but it doesn't. They usually don't look like surface elves, and this looks like a Sylvanesti elf. You've seen Sylvanesti before. You're more familiar with Qualinesti, but this just seems like a Sylvanesti elf who happens to be blue, which does not match up with what you know of for elves.
All of Niv's alarms are going off, but I don't think Emilia knows. I have no idea what that's about. They're like
Yalma notices you guys talking about it.
between a Sylvanesti and a Dargonesti.
Oh, what a nasty?
Various races of elves, sea elves and high elves. I've never seen one like this before.
Yalma is next to you and hears your words. Oh, yeah, her. Not sure who she is. She doesn't have a spot at the inn. No room. So if she's staying with somebody, it's somebody in town. She arrived before you guys did, though. She's been just walking around town. I think her name was Lidara. But I haven't had anybody knows anything about her. No, none of my patrons have said they're friends with her or know why she's here. Before you can investigate too much into Lidara, and I'll put that name in the chat for you. Becklin and Cudgel step up towards a small boat that's moored on the docks. She steps up to the boat with Cudgel assisting her. Those who were closest to Ispin Greenshield. Oh, no, that's not her. Those who were closest to Ispin Greenshield gather on the dock overlooking the Vingard River. There, you can see that Ispin rests in a small boat, his old body wrapped in a shroud. A musician plays a soft song as Becklin steps forward in her ornate Solamnic armor. She smiles gently at all of you, and her voice carries across the water. You all knew Ispin as a friend, and there were none like him. Before he died, he told me this. There should be tales, not tears, for an old scoundrel like me. Make sure everyone knows my stories when I head off to the greatest adventure of them all. Becklin nods, and the villagers carry the boat containing his body to the dock's edge, where she and Cudgel lowered into the water. So, let's just do that. Continues as the tiny vessel drifts out into the water. On the eve of this Kingfisher festival, we celebrate you, Ispin. Good travels, my friend, until we meet again. And they're quiet as the boat bearing Ispin's body travels down the river and eventually out of sight. There's a moment of silence before Becklin invites you all back into the crab for a reception and the opportunity to share stories. Inside the crab, Yalme is busy walking back and forth, giving people drinks. She's already got an ale for you, Kadz. Passing around small pies and some bread. There's cheese passed out as well. The inn is overflowing with people. Practically everybody in the village, it seems, is making a stop by in the reception, coming through to stop tales or swap stories. A few minutes into the reception, Becklin stands on one of the tables and bangs a spoon onto her cup to get everyone's attention. I swear this really happened. We sailed to Mount Nevermind because some old gnome, the high sub-senior artillerist, mind you, had accidentally shot her pet weasel Whiskers out of her latest invention. The thing was supposed to launch boulders, not pets. But when Whiskers wasn't just any weasel, he was her test subject for a tiny gnome helmet she'd made. So now there's this armored flying weasel through the sky somewhere between Mount Nevermind and San Cristile. The gnome hired us to either find Whiskers or, and Ispin loved this part, document the precise arc of mammalian trajectory for scientific purposes. We spent 3 days sailing around. Ispin kept calling out, here, Whiskers, off the ship's bow, while Cudgel was muttering about fool's errands. We never did find that weasel. But Ispin swore he saw something furry wash up on the beach a week later, wearing a tiny dented helmet. Knowing Ispin, it was probably just driftwood. But we were paid well anyways, and he bought our drinks all night, talking about advancing gnomish science. To Ispin. She holds up her mug and downs it.
To Ispin.
To Ispin.
If anyone would like to share a story, you're welcome to do so.
Oh, better go get another refill before this. Kadz will grab another drink, and then he'll go hop up on the nearest table. Back in the plains, Ispin used to tell me a lot of tales. This one, I could never believe, but he swore it was true. For 3 days, a trireme crewed by Minotaur pirates had been chasing Ispin's ship across the blood sea of Istar. When they finally caught him and boarded his ship, when the pirates learned they had bested the famous Ispin Greenshield, their pride swelled. Ispin was famous even among the Minotaurs for his ability to weave a story. They set about looting the ship and lined up Ispin and the crew to be killed. He calmly looked the Minotaur captain in the eye and said, "But if you kill me, who'll ever believe you captured Ispin Greenshield?" The Minotaur captain considered this and decided to take take Ispin's shield as a trophy in return for his life. Ispin asked, "But if you take my shield, who'll know that I am Ispin Greenshield? And why would they believe my story?" This had the pirate captain extremely confused at this point, but he allowed Ispin to keep his shield. The pirates drank firewater that night, as Ispin regaled them with story after story. That night, as the crew slept off their stupor, Ispin stole an oar, and lowered himself gently into the water. He used his shield as a boat to make his escape, sailed all the way back to land, just on his shield. He was always a slippery fellow. Knew how to weave a story to get him out of trouble. Got me out of trouble quite a few times that way. And always love him for it. Tispin.
To a spin.
Dispin.
You are welcome to share any of the stories that I gave each of you.
My favorite story. I was 5, but he used to tell this story about how he was once elected king of a band of gully dwarves. He said apparently being the first person to successfully count past 12 made him overqualified for the position, and they had this whole ceremony involving some sort of turnip crown. He claims he ruled for 5 months before abdicating the throne due to some scandal about price fixing.
That sounds like Ispin. To a spin.
Tispin.
Tispin.
I once heard a tale from Mr. Greenshield himself. He had to explain it to me a couple of times because I still don't fully understand it. But he said, he once was, he played a game of chess, which for him kind of took me by surprise, but he beat an ancient unicorn by the name of Forest Maker. And I guess unicorns are like horses with horns. But yeah, I was like, oh, he has really done a whole lot. Dispin.
Tispin.
We've heard that one 1,000 times.
I'm sorry. Did you want me to make one up?
This is from a young man in one corner. His boots are up on a table, and his hands on his sword at his side that's sheathed still, but he's got a smirk on his face and a glass of wine in his hand. Well, Ispin certainly made up all of his stories. Might as well make one up. Can't believe you're actually mourning that old fool. At least there's free ale.
Well,
Even if it is the worst I've ever tasted. Blah.
That's
Are you
gonna
here?
walk up to him. Oh,
Are you here just to disrespect the dead?
Not just to disrespect the dead, I'm also here for the ale.
that you don't like drinking.
Why? And he puts his hand back on his sword. Do you had something to say to me about it?
all right.
I think
Kadz is
we're
gonna
being
walk up to him, and Kadz will walk up to him and grab him by the shirt. Hi, mate.
He didn't seem too put off by Aryk, but this large man pulling him up by the shirt does have him stammering a bit. You get your hands off of me. Don't you know who I am?
I don't really care. You can have your next drink outside.
Make an intimidation check, please.
Oh, I'm gonna use my inspiration. Oh, jeez.
Well, I can see that your thick skull doesn't matter if you manhandle nobility. I'm Bakaris Uth Estide, you swine. Get your hands off of me.
You're right about that. He's gonna punch him in the face.
Uh-oh.
Okay, make an unarmed attack.
Barbarians, man. Love them.
His traits say his first violence is my answer to almost any challenge. I think he's
Yeah,
been challenged.
If you don't have unarmed on your sheet, you can just do a d20 plus your proficiency.
Yeah.
Or not your proficiency, plus your strength. Specifically not your proficiency, because you're not proficient in it, I don't think.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, maybe you are. I don't know. Anyways, that's enough to hit him. What is it? 1 plus strength?
Yes.
So yeah, 6 damage. Mm-hmm. You're trying to knock him out or actually deal lasting damage?
I'll knock him out.
Okay. He takes that punch to the face like a champ. He's a bit dazed though. How dare you? And he rips himself out of your grasp. I'm telling my father about this, and runs out of the.
I'm gonna cast sleep.
In.
Tell him about the bad ale too, please.
Okay.
I thought it was good.
Very quietly under my breath, as he starts to turn to run, Emilia just says, "Astsarik siniralan tidur."
Wisdom save. Okay.
While all eyes are over on the fight and not on me.
And he rolled an 8.
So sleep is a little different. He is incapacitated until the end of next turn, at which point he has to repeat the save.
So
we have 6 seconds.
Move.
Yeah, so like
talk.
I imagine he's like staggering.
Yeah.
Starting to feel sleepy, drowsy, as if, say, Kadz really did knock him senseless and he's just now catching up to him.
Mackerel will run over, take the chance while he's inebriated, and run over and act like he's helping him up. Oh, are you okay? And he's gonna just restrain him.
Okay.
He's just gonna hold him real tight. Make sure he doesn't fall over. Are you okay, sir?
Okay, make a grab. Which I believe is just an attack with your unarmed.
Aryk's just kind of standing there watching them, and he's just like, I feel like I should stop him.
That's a
Don't worry,
strength
everyone.
saving.
Not as
throw.
good at woods
Or
as
dex.
Ispin was.
Yep, you're certainly able to grab him.
Before he falls asleep or makes his second save, I'm gonna mind sliver him.
Oh my god.
Bilbilakar Peach. I can find my spell.
Okay. Roll the damage. Okay. And he's got minus 1d4 from his next saving throw, which is to the
That's
sleep,
correct.
which he's going to go ahead and take now, unless anyone else is taking other actions.
He subtracts
Oh, shit.
4.
14 minus 4.
That's a 10. He
That's a
falls
10.
asleep.
You have a snoring man in your hands, Mackerel.
I will turn back to the party. I don't have any more stories to share. I apologize, but I will kindly escort this apparently drunken and sleepy noble to where he belongs.
I'll go with you.
Thank you. I don't need help carrying him, but I do need help taking him
I'll
to where he
talk
belongs.
to his parents for you.
Let's go. Come on. And two's just gonna like a ragdoll throw him over his shoulder.
Your punch knocked him out, Kadz.
I think it was that hard.
Maybe he's
You
just
don't
that weak.
actually have to go that far.
Anybody, by the way,
That's okay. I want to run his pockets.
who was near where Emilia was sitting might
Mhm.
find rose petals on the ground where she was sitting.
Oh.
Partially burned rose petals.
Might, if I
That's
was
fantastic.
wise.
There's actually a rather rotund, bald man who angrily storms up to you as soon as you leave the brass crab.
Ah,
What in devils are you doing with my son?
you must be Lord Estide.
Yes, yes. I am Lord Baccharis of Estide.
It's a pleasure to meet you, my lord. Your son, unfortunately drew some poor attention by speaking ill of the dead. We thought we would bring him back to you. He is fine.
He's just asleep, sir.
Sleep. He usually handles his ale better than that.
Yes, but he doesn't handle being punched in the face that well.
Punched in the... Who did it?
I'm not sure. There was a bit of a scuffle, and it was hard to tell. It could have been anyone. It might have even just been an errant elbow, for all I know. I just know that he went down like a sack of potatoes, and we thought we would bring him out to you. Shall I roll deception for that?
I
Yeah.
thought he had.
Do I get advantage?
It looked like he kind of took an elbow, but I don't know. It wasn't intentional.
Yeah, I'll give you
I just
advantage.
got-
Mackerel's helping you out.
Yeah. Didn't even need it.
Nice.
Actually, I did. I was a natural 1 first.
Oh.
Well, thank you. Shouldn't be surprised this happens under Becklin's watch.
It's
Bitch
more,
can't even manage any town, much less a funeral.
more, I think, to do with the fact that there are so many people in town for the festival, my lord.
None of
I
them
think it was
spending money. Takes
Well-
his son from you.
It's hard to spend money when the festival is not yet open, my lord.
This festival loses more money than it makes. It's just sentimental gone wrong. Get back to your funeral celebrating that old fool. Thank you for my son, I suppose. He turns and walks away, dragging, half carrying his son. Wake up, you idiot.
I really don't like nobles.
Oh yeah, they're the worst, huh?
At nights.
I can understand why.
I should have taken his coin purse.
No, you should not have.
You get back inside just as someone else has stopped, told another story. And the blue-skinned elf steps forward. The tavern quiets, unnaturally so, as all eyes turn to her. She opens her mouth and begins to sing. After her haunting song, she steps back into the crowd and somehow manages to make her escape.
Well, that was lovely.
What the hell was that?
Ori.
Krynn holds back a tear.
Did Ispin know anybody like that? I don't think so.
I feel like I have a hole in my chest.
Drink some more. I'm sure it'll fill it.
Make Emilia or anyone else who's interested make either an Arcana or a History check. Would like to recall anything about that situation. Boy, Emilia's not coming up with the knowledge tonight, huh?
That's with a +8.
Aryk.
This should go
The
on.
Oh.
student of history, Aryk. The one who knows the most about.
You said history or arcana? Oh, this is-
Yeah, history or Arcana.
Everyone do better than Emily, please. Emilia,
Literally everybody
Damn
but
it.
Mackerel did better than me.
please. Damn it.
Just here, just so you all can see what I rolled.
Oh my gosh.
Kadz and Aryk, both of you know that elves are not supposed to look like that. But more importantly, you remember something about elves that look like that. That there's a legend of these undead banshees that haunt a Solamnic night that have the cast of this woman. But you're not sure why they would be here. And you can't recall why they're haunting this night.
I think I remember all this, been telling some stories or something of banshee elves haunting a night for some reason.
It's probably someone he ran into again.
Emilia just runs up the stairs and heads to her room.
She's so upset that she can't figure anything out.
Something like that.
To the rest of you, Becklin comes over and thanks you for coming. She says, Ispin's left something for you. If you'd come by the keep early tomorrow before the festival starts off, I'd like to speak with you.
Of course. I wanted to ask you something.
Yes.
That family from before, what was their issue with Ispin?
The Estides. I don't think they have a particular issue with Ispin so much as they have an issue with everybody. They're Bakaris the Younger and Bakaris the Elder. Not even original enough to have their own names. They moved into town a few years ago, apparently, and I really shouldn't be saying this, the Younger got into some sort of fight and may have killed another noble, and they had to move town. But their old family, Solamnic, they think it gives them the right to push around everyone. Fortunately for them, Mayor Raven's even older family than they are, and they aren't able to make much headway here.
That's good.
Thank you for dealing with him.
Mm-hmm.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Ta-ta.
And she leaves. Everyone else is still celebrating and swapping stories.
Thanks for helping clean that up, Mackerel.
Yeah. When I saw him wavering, he walked out fine, and he hadn't had much to drink. So I didn't know what was happening, but I felt a sense that he was gonna fall over, and I didn't want. As much as he was an asshole and deserved the punch.
Oh.
He needed to be dropped off in the right place, not just left on the side of the street.
Funny thing about nobles. Don't know the taste of dust, but they sure know how to grind folks into it.
That's very true.
Eric quietly drinks to that behind them.
Very true.
And that is where we will wrap up for the evening. Thank you for everyone for coming.
Thanks for the session.
Yeah, dude.
I hope you enjoyed.
I had blast.
I did.
Oh yeah.
Rob, that was really good.
That was great.
Yeah.
Rob.
You can cut off the stream. Thank you.